Yo, we live.
We live in effect, boy.
Yeah, we coming straight from the corner. Yeah, and literally straight from the corner. That's the reason why the name is straight from the corner. I will be at the Man Serrano fight, sideline in the corner, covering the fight tomorrow, Friday in Temecula at Pachanga Casino. My man Ken Collins will be straight from the corner on Saturday in Las Vegas for the Rolly Romero versus Teofimo Lopez. And if you guys are not attending the fight and you're gonna watch it on the zone and you are a new customer, sign up. My link
Sign
is it.
up.
My link is in the bio, in the description. Use code Bike Theory 20 and get 20% off if you are a new customer. Let's go. 20% off. Hey,
Hey, you can't knock that.
no, no,
The
no.
zone costs a pretty penny too, so that 20% go a long way.
Yeah, for sure. And I am, yeah, I'll be looking at the camera so often, but my computer is to the left. And so, like, I'm going to be turning this way a lot because so I can see Ken when we're talking. I like to, like, look at people when I talk to them. Eventually, I want to put, like, a screen, like, right here. So then, like, the people can see. Well, you're on screen anyway, so it doesn't
Hey,
really
I'm
matter.
on screen. I'm on screen.
Yeah,
It's there. We
yeah, yeah.
there.
So they know, they know.
They know.
And, yeah, so let's just jump in. You're gonna be at the fight on Saturday night. That's the big one this weekend.
That's the
Uh,
big one this weekend. I will be
yeah.
there. I will have all your coverage. Uh, Make sure you are following the socials so you can see the live action. And of course, we'll be dropping stuff on my YouTube page, on Mike's YouTube page. So make sure you're following both so you can get all of those things.
Yes, yes, yes. So hey, let's get into it, man. How do like what are you like looking for in this fight, or how do you see it like kind of playing out?
So the whole time I've been kind of like, oh, if it's a knockout, it's gonna be Rolly.
Yeah,
If it's a decision, it's gonna be To. Um, After the press conference today, though,
yeah. It's
I'm seeing a really fired up Teofimo Lopez right now. And Rolly's always a jokester. He's always kind of how he is. And so I'm not saying he's not prepared for the fight, but a loss can sometimes do things for you that you don't expect to elevate
mm-hmm.
you to a whole nother level.
Yeah,
And when you look at it and how T.O. was out here rolling off his resume, he said something that is very, very true and poignant. And
yeah,
that is, I'm the biggest name Shakur has on his resume.
yeah.
Shakur ain't just the only name T.O. has on his resume.
No, yeah,
If we had to go down the pipeline right now, you didn't know nothing,
mm-hmm.
and we just had to have big names.
Yeah.
T.O.'s resume is better than Shakur's,
It is just off name value alone, right?
just off name value.
Yeah,
You talk name
but
value, right?
but if you're going down to like reading names, right, and then you get to that point where their last fight, Shakur versus Tio versus Shakur, and you see like, damn, like you don't know how it ends, right? You don't know how it ends. You're just looking at the names. You're like, okay, like damn, this guy Tio, like his resume is crazy, like yeah. And then you get to that point, and you see like, okay, he has a crazy resume, but he lost to this guy,
Right,
and
right.
yeah,
Because on paper, leading up, if you don't know, you would
yeah.
think T.O. should beat Shakur.
Yeah, yeah. If you know nothing about boxing and you're just like kind of getting introduced to the sport and you're like, hey, these guys are fighting and look at their resumes, and then you go and you see the records, you see like the history of each person, and you're like, oh shit, like he has two really big names. He had the Loma. I know, he beat Lomachenko.
He
It's like
did
a
beat Lomachenko.
I know it's like a running meme now. Like he
Yeah,
beat, but he beat Lomachenko, and then he beats Josh Taylor. Like oh shit, like those are two big names. Like those are at those times when he beat them, they were the men. They were the men in those
right,
divisions.
right.
Yeah,
It's not like beating Tim Zoo now. You know what I mean? Like it's Lomachenko was Lomachenko when he beat Lomachenko.
Exactly. Yeah, and then I think Josh Taylor got stripped or whatever at that time, but he was still like the lineal champion. He was the
Correct.
man. He was the man
Correct.
at that time.
Now Rolly kind of fired back a little bit. He's like, all these dudes ducked me though, right? He did fight Tank. He did fight Ryan,
Yeah.
but Devin ducking. We know Devin ducking. You know, he did. He ducked him.
Yeah.
They were supposed to make that fight. They didn't make the
Yeah.
fight. And he said, Tio, I tried to fight you sooner, and you didn't fight me, right? And then now, when you ain't got nowhere else to go, you kind of coming to me. So it got a little chippy, got a little fiery. We kind of like to see those things, though. It just is what it is. It's
Yeah,
boxing, it's combat sport.
it's kind of about time.
Um,
It's kind of about time.
yeah,
Like that
it is
for the
about time. So, but I think it's coming at the right time.
yes. Yeah, like it's like all right, I can only be nice for so long and we can be cool for so long, but like it's time, bro. Like it's time like the the fights in 2 days.
Right.
The
So
fights in
because
two
it
days.
is time, and the fight is on Saturday, and we are on straight from the corner.
Yeah. Give it to me
My
straight.
official pick is Teofimo Lopez.
Yeah.
I still
Okay.
think if it's a knockout, Rolly wins. But my official pick is Teofimo Lopez.
Yeah. The thing too is like yeah, Broly can get a knockout because the power, but the thing is only one of them has been knocked out, and it's not Teofimo Lopez.
Right.
So, do we think if Tio touches the chin, does is he able to hurt Rolly? He's been hurt before, and he's
And
multiple
here's
times.
the
Not
and
not
here's
in
the
just the
thing.
knockout losses. Like he's been hurt before. About the old man putting it on him, hurt him.
Yeah.
Like he's been hurt.
And I think we talked about this last episode where Tio it was saying he should have been fighting at 147 a year ago,
Yeah,
right? But if you have an opportunity to make the fight with Shakur, you make the fight.
yeah. Like it's about legacy, and it's about like
Yeah.
it's about fighting the big names and not just waiting. Like if that
Yeah.
opportunity
And I
came to you,
think
you take
and
it.
I think the lesson they learned was yes, you make those fights, but you don't
Hmm.
make it compromised,
Yeah,
right? Because draining yourself to do something, where's your power, right?
yeah,
Like we know where your power went. It went into
yeah,
you making this weight cut.
yeah,
Like so, and he went to 12 rounds. We know Shakur don't really pressure for boxing, but he did try to mix things up. He did try to make adjustments. You saw that in the fight, right? T.O. is the more technical sound fighter. Rolly's a hell of a puncher, though.
yeah, for sure. Shout out to Dom in the chat. What's up, Dom? He says, I think Tio could possibly have a power resurgence at 47 and could possibly stop Rolly, but probably not. But probably not. No, it's very possible. It's very possible for Tio to look stronger at 47 because you're not cutting all that way. That does drain you, and
Yeah,
so there's like a difference of like putting on weight makes you slower, right? But if you're putting on weight that essentially like you're taking off to make a lower weight division, that hurts you, right? But now if you're getting older, your muscles are growing, your body's growing. So now like if you're in that process of getting bigger, growing, right, and then you're cutting weight, you're stopping that growth and you're hurting yourself to make these lower weight divisions. And so yeah, like it's very possible for him to look better, stronger, faster, all that at 47. And I just think the speed of Teofimo Lopez, the timing of Teofimo Lopez, the athleticism, his twitchiness, like his feints are really fast. All that, I think that eventually in a 12 round fight, it's gonna start taking precedence, and it's gonna start showing in a 12 round fight, and then he'll start taking over. I have him My official prediction is Teofimo Lopez unanimous decision 116-112. So I have him winning around like eight rounds, eight to 4 rounds, somewhere on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I haven't seen, but I do see it being getting ugly in some scenarios because Rolly's gonna come forward, right? He's gonna come forward. Rolly's not slow.
No.
He's fast. Like
He's fast.
he has decent speed and he has power. And the thing is, if Teofimo doesn't get that respect early, like that punching power respect, if he's not like, then Rolly's just gonna kind of come through and he's gonna keep pressuring and he's gonna look for the shots, and Teal's gonna need to do his dance. He's gonna need to do his dance. He's gonna need to stop the momentum of Rolly coming forward, right? And he's gonna need to get that respect. And but I feel like he will. I feel like he has all the attributes to do it. I said this on Tuesday. I like that conversation he had with his dad on the Versace podcast. I like that.
I
Like
did too. I
I
did
like
too. That was real. And I
yeah
think that when you have those conversations, it strengthens your bonds, right?
yeah
Because you shouldn't be afraid to tell your truth to somebody, especially, between
yeah
father and son,
for
right?
sure.
And sometimes as dads, you got to take what your child is telling you.
Yeah
You just gotta sit there and listen and realize, like, because you never want to fail them, but it's just like, yo, I did drop that ball. That
yeah
accountability goes a long way to building back up their confidence too
for sure.
in you.
And then like I know like there's like a lot of people were saying that everything that Teal was saying, or I think Max Kellerman said this, like, oh, like everything that Teal was saying in that interview was going over Junior's head. And I don't feel like it was. I feel like he was. I feel like because we've talked to them at the first press conference. We were both there.
Yep.
I talked to Junior, and then I talked to Tio, and Tio had already said this. Like they already had this conversation beforehand, and he let him know like this fight is your fight to prove yourself. Like it's like show me like who you are. If not, because this is business, and I love you. You're my dad, but if you don't show up this fight, then we're gonna have to move on. And this is a
Yeah.
business. And he said that already. Like he said that already. People don't bring that up, but we were there, and even in the interview the interview that I had for him for Junior for his dad, right? He says it in there. He says I know I fucked up. Like for me not showing up to that press conference fucked with my son's head. And then they went, which is Shakur and their team, they went and they ran with it. And yeah, that messed up that messed up his head. That messed with his head.
Mm-hmm.
And Stacks, you ain't live on Facebook. I am live on Facebook, dog. No, I'm not live on Facebook. I guess I'm not.
Catch
Yeah,
us on YouTube then.
it says right here I'm live on Facebook.
Catch us on YouTube. We live somewhere.
Let me see. Yeah, it says right here I'm live. I don't know what to say, dog. But yeah, I'm live on Facebook. Facebook live. That's on Facebook though. But yeah, yeah, he's watching on YouTube. Appreciate y'all. It says I'm live. I don't know what it's going, but it says I'm live on Facebook. I can see it. But I don't know. But yeah, let's get back to Tio. Like he says it right. Like the interview, he says it like, if you don't know, go to the YouTube, go to the shorts. It's in there somewhere, and he talks about it like yeah that he knows he fucked up, and then him not going to the press conference. Yeah, yeah. Under my words, I just put my government out there. Oh man, I don't know how to send a link from Facebook, but I don't know.
Just go to YouTube. Yo, Anthony, go to YouTube.
He said he is on YouTube.
Oh, cool. Then we good. Then we good. You can see the show. We good.
Yeah, but so like I get it. Like I think he understands, and I think we're gonna see we're gonna see him focus. We're gonna get the Teofimo Lopez. Well, at least I hope we do because I've also heard things like from little birdies and people around that there's some things going on, right? There were some things going on, and I wasn't disclosed the full information, but I was just told like I don't know, like it's kind of the word that was used was sad, and but I wasn't exposed to like all the things. I was just told like in passing, like oh yeah, like
Yeah.
but we'll see, man. I feel like Teofimo Lopez has a lot more to lose in this fight than Rolly Romero does. Rolly's already well, they both lost, right? And Rolly's been
Yes.
knocked out, and it just seems like we're always waiting for Rolly to like prove that he doesn't belong, and then he just somehow wins, right? And like in the Ryan Garcia fight, right? Like he was supposed to lose that fight, but Ryan did not show up. Ryan didn't come to fight. I don't know what the fuck was going on in that fight,
Yet
uh,
Ryan's still a bigger star.
but Ryan still yes, he's still a bigger star, and but it
And
just
now
proves
he's the
like
WBC champ.
yeah,
And
yep,
so he's got the belt.
he got to deep out. But what I'm saying is like Rolly Romero, right? We're always waiting for him to prove that he doesn't belong here, right? That's always been the narrative with him is like, oh, he doesn't belong. He's not he's not a good boxer. He can't fight like against all these other guys, but he finds ways to win, right? Granted, he lost those two big fights against Tank and against Pitbull, knocked out in both those fights. But he's here though. He's still in the mix. He's a champion. He's the champion at 47, and he's still in the mix.
Yes. And it's one of those things. It's do we have any real true elite fighters right now? Right?
Yeah,
Or are they all just kind of A pluses? Ain't no S tiers, right? And so that leaves space for a Rolly to kind of hang around
it does.
and be there. Because he
Yeah,
gonna beat everybody else, right? He'll beat
yeah,
everybody else. And you need those guys in boxing. Because it makes it so that like, oh, it's almost like a video game. Like if you want to get to the final boss, you gotta beat the underboss.
yeah.
And underboss is real important because that's high up there. You ain't
No,
you ain't no slouch.
yeah. I
You
feel
ain't
you.
weak. Ain't no scrubs. Dominic saying what was wrong in the Rolly and Ryan fight was the knockdown shook Ryan up and made him put his hands in his pockets because he knew he would get countered with another left hook. Well, you got to give Rolly credit for having that power and putting paws on him.
Yeah, but honestly, I don't think that's the only thing because we've seen Ryan get dropped before and him and he
Yeah,
and come back and fight, right?
and fight.
So I think yeah, he was. It made him rethink the game plan, made him rethink the situation. But I don't know. Who knows? Because it's not that just fight. Every fight on that card was pretty fucking boring. Like the best fight on the card was the Teofimo and Arnold Barbosa fight, and I
Yeah,
feel like that fight was like a little lackluster. Like I feel like they both could have done more. But that whole card was just the whole card was weird, right? It wasn't just the rival rolling right. For that's just my opinion. Like the whole fight.
yo, isn't it crazy though that T.O. will probably end the year being in the two biggest fights of the year, or arguably the two biggest fights of the year.
Arguably because you got Ryan and Conor Ben. That whole card,
That
it's turning out to be really big.
Oh yeah, the card is amazing. The
Yeah,
card is turning out to be really amazing, right? But like do we think Connor Ben is on T.O.'s level?
No,
Okay.
no,
So
yeah,
right,
like,
but
no,
and do we think Connor Ben is on Rolly's level?
no,
Okay. Right. So and we know none of them is on Shakur's level. So
no,
T.O. fought Shakur, and
yeah,
yet Shakur ain't fought again all year long.
yeah,
And T.O.'s getting ready to have the second fight of the year. Right?
yeah.
And we're in what month are we in?
August,
August.
yeah,
So theoretically, if Tio, depending on what happens in the fight, and if Tio really wanted to, he could
mhm.
fight in November or December
He
and have
can,
3 fights in a year
he can.
before Shakur even fought again.
Yeah, that's crazy. But that's what's wrong with that's what was wrong. That's what's wrong with the sport. Whereas I was talking with Stacks on the way up to Vegas for the when we're this last weekend when we're going out to Vegas. We're talking and then we're like, man, like everybody's like the biggest thing with boxing is that it's not consistent anymore. There used to be fights all the time.
Yeah,
You would have to choose between fights. And then when Zuffa came out and they said, "Oh, we're gonna be having fights on Fridays or Sundays," for me, I was like, "Oh, that makes perfect fucking sense," because now like there's gonna be more fights, but it hasn't really been that. And really, and I think if look at Tio, if he's able to fight 3 times this year, that's how fighters used to be. Canelo was doing it right. Oscar De La Hoya, all these guys were fighting multiple times a year, and that's how they build their name. And they fought, and they fought. What was
yeah,
Dom saying? I give Rolly all his credit. I was saying that to make sure no Ryan excuses were being made. No, I feel you. And then he said Boots, Xander, and Ryan and Connor top two. As far as excitement goes, Boots, Xander, and then Ryan Connor will be top two. I will understand the level Tio and Shakur are, but that shit was boring as shit was boring. Uh
so you
for me it
know,
wasn't for me it wasn't boring the fight. It was more frustrating watching because you're looking at Tio and it's like, man, like that's not the Tio that I've seen fought, right? The big
right,
fights. And so
right,
it was more of a frustrating fight than like a boring fight. Me, I'm just sitting there like, man, when is he gonna do something? And but yeah, it was more frustrating than boring for me. Exciting, yeah. That Xander and Boots was on the. It was an exciting fight. But for as like populist, like the popular thing, like I don't know if Boots and Xander was like as big as like the Ryan Connor Ben will be, or even this fight. Like I don't know. No, honestly, as I'm saying it, like no, I think Boots and Xander are the same hype as a Teofimo and Rolly. I feel like
I
going in
think
this, it's the same hype
Bru-
level.
but I get what Dom is saying. So I'm gonna give him credit
Yeah,
for what I think he's saying in regards to the style of fight we would get.
yeah, yeah.
It,
No,
it, it definitely, yes, T.O. Shakur, because they both can be tacticians, is going to lead itself to a chess match, right?
yeah,
And watching two people play chess, unless you really enjoy playing chess, it's not going to be as exciting as watching two dudes on a football field go at each other. And Boots and Zayas is going to be, or Boots and Zayas was more that football, athletic, back and forth kind of fight,
yeah.
and they were moving chess pieces around with T.O. and
No,
Shakur. So I get
yeah.
what he's saying. I get
No,
what he's
I
saying.
get it. I get it
Right.
too. I'm just speaking from my perspective, like watching the
Yeah,
fight.
I got
Yeah,
you. I got you.
yeah.
And
But no,
I actually,
I
I'm
understand.
with you on that one. It was like it wasn't boring to me, but we watched the sport.
Yeah. No, yeah, and then what Dom's saying is like it was boring. All Shakur did was jab. That's boring. No combinations were thrown. Man, yeah, I understand where you're coming from. You want to see combinations. You want to see movement. You want to see like a fight. But if you don't need to, if that's how good your jab is, and that's how good your timing, and that's how good you're reading the movement of your opponent, is to shut him down completely with just a jab. Like you have to admire that a little bit, no? You have to admire like
Yeah,
that's how good the jab was working for him.
was
Like he
working.
he
To your
he
point earlier,
yeah.
when Rolly hit Ryan with that left hook and then put his hands in his pocket.
Yeah.
That's what Shakur's jab did to T.O.
Yeah. Well, not really, because T.O. kept just coming forward. Like, he just kept coming
Yeah,
forward, but he
wasn't really throwing no punches.
he wasn't throwing no punches. He was just coming.
Yeah.
Ryan wasn't coming forward in the fight. Like, it was different. Like, he was sitting on his hands.
Yeah, T.O. was coming forward, sitting on his hands. Ryan was moving backwards, sitting on his hands.
I would say T.O. had his hands in his pocket. T.O. probably had his hands in his pocket, just walking the street, and Ryan was more or less sitting on his hands and not really moving.
Yeah.
Like,
So now, when I'm saying when I'm ranking the fights, I'm talking about the caliber of fighters.
yeah,
Like the names in the fights, right?
sure.
If we're talking about best fights, I agree with you. I'm not talking those were the best fights. I'm saying he would have had the biggest name fights of the year, the two biggest fights, because T.O. Shakur was a big fight.
Yeah, it was.
T.O. Rowley is a semi big fight.
Semi big fight. Yeah.
Yeah. Ryan Connor is getting the play it's getting because it's Ryan and he's got the Zuffa machine behind him.
Yeah.
Which means a lot.
It does. And also, has Connor been like talks a lot?
People in the States, unless you watch boxing, they don't really know who Connor Ben is. That man's
they don't really know him, but by him talking shit, doing the Spanish thing, and then Ryan is just a machine when it comes to the promo. So it's just like, it makes the promos better, right? Because of because of the added whatever Conor Ben brings, right? The shit talking, the machismo, like the man, like he swears he's he swears he's the man, right?
Because again, Conor Ben brings it too.
Yeah.
Right. So what we're talking about is two dudes who know how to sell their fight.
Yeah.
T.O. and Rowley are kind of they're knuckleheads, so to speak.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like it's Ryan can be a knucklehead too, but he's doing it in such a different way and on a different level. And Conor Ben just is kind of old school with you talking all that shit. Come see me in the ring, come in with his accent and everything, and it's just fire. It just works. It just works.
Yeah. It says I understand that's how he fights, and I'm just saying I don't rank that fight at top 2. Shakur and T.O. aren't that much of a bigger name than Boots. I have to disagree.
I can disagree with that. Full-fledged disagree with that.
Yeah, it's
full-fledged, full stop.
The accolades of Teofimo Lopez are way more than what Boots has. Like if you're talking I'm talking about in boxing, right? Everybody knows
right.
Boots, but Boots hasn't fought like who?
Boots ain't fought nobody.
He fought
Boots ain't
Xander,
fought nobody.
Right?
Xander's was the first person we could say he actually kind of fought.
Yeah.
So now he's trying to unify. He's getting ready to fight some people, but Boots ain't fought nobody.
Yeah. And so I Boots is on the cusp of becoming big. He beat Xander in fashion, and that was probably his biggest fight to date. That was his biggest fight to date. Then now they're in talks of him fighting Josh Kelly. Like that fight should be across the pond. He's gonna make more money across the pond with Josh Kelly, and he goes in and beats Josh Kelly across the pond. That's just gonna elevate him. Now he's a unified champion. Like
his name is getting bigger.
He's getting bigger, but
he's getting bigger.
But to say that he ain't that much
had that
bigger,
signature fight yet?
Yeah, no.
Had he fought Vergil?
Yeah, that shit irritates me though. Too.
Look, it's kind of twofold because
the
stuff that went down that was kind of Vergil's fault, which then made the fight not be able to happen. Boots had to continue to fight. Zayas was like, "I'll fight him," right?
Yeah.
So now he has a belt. And if I was Boots, I probably would do the same thing. You in the back of the line now, I'm going to go get these belts. Mm-hmm. You go try and fight one of these other dudes for a belt, and then let's see what happens. Because now you can make the fight bigger and have more money because you're talking belts with him.
With Vergil's at right now, he's in limbo. Yeah, Boots is going to try to unify with Josh Kelly. Fundora is fighting... Okay, hold on. Before we get into this, because this is the next topic, are we done with the Teofimo?
We did our predictions.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on then. And I'm sorry, Dom. I know you're in there and But we're gonna go
Now
into
I'm
the
going
Vergil.
crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
We got you,
We're going
Dom.
to. Yeah, because he's saying Shakur gets booed out of his hometown. Boots sells out his hometown, and Zayas had a whole country behind him.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Those are facts. Yeah,
Those
but it
we-
still
we're not
doesn't.
arguing those points.
Yeah,
It doesn't take away from the fact that Shakur is a bigger name than both them dudes.
it doesn't take the fact that Shakur was on the pound for pound list when he fought Teofimo. Teofimo was a multi-division champion. He beat big names. He beat future Hall of Famer Lomachenko. He beat the lineal champion at 40, which is Josh Taylor. Like he's had bigger fights. And so as a boxing, no, the Shakur and Teofimo was a super big fight. Boots and Xander wasn't that. Now you're stuck on the performance of Boots. That performance of Boots
Right.
was phenomenal, and he went out there and he did what he was supposed to do, plus more, right? He did it plus more. So the fight, hindsight, yeah, it was a better fight, more action, more eyeballs. It pushed Boots to a different level. Like now he's more known. It gave Xander Zayas earned way more respect in that fight. And now if he goes to 60, he's gonna go and he's gonna get a big fight at 60. Like so, yeah. After the fight's over, yeah, of course. If you look at it, yeah, it's bigger. But just off name value, take away the performances. Shakur versus Tio is a bigger. It was a bigger fight than Boots and Zayas. Like that's just plain what it is.
Plain
If
what
you're
it is.
looking at the performances and how it is after and all that, then yeah, like a better fight. Would I rewatch Shakur versus Tio or would I rewatch Boots versus Xander? I'm gonna rewatch Boots versus Xander. It's a more like if I'm showing a brand new fan, those are the only two options I had. If I'm showing somebody I want this guy to become a fan of boxing, and the only two options I had to show was Boots versus Xander, or Shakur versus Tio. I'm gonna show him Boots versus Xander. Like it's just a more intriguing fight. Like it's the performance. Like you're seeing this guy get hurt, dropped, and then all of a sudden then he comes back and he hurts him, and then he gets dropped, and then the fight's over. Like that's a way more. That's a better fight, right? Like
Yeah.
there's more to it. There's more highs and there's more lows. There's more shock value in that fight, of course. But
And I think we need to make a rule. We not giving Shakur. I won't put Devin on the list because he's out here really trying to make some fights. And Keyshawn, we ain't talking about Shakur and Keyshawn until they actually make a fight.
okay,
Because I had to think about it as we sitting here talking. There was fighters on on the undercard from To and Shakur that have already had fights again.
yeah,
Shushu being one of them.
yep,
Like your name can get thrown out there when you start having some fights, and we can talk about it. Let's talk
yeah.
about the people who being active
I'm with
and
that.
getting active.
Yeah, I'm with that. So let's go into it now, right? Vergil, we're talking about Boots already. Vergil, like I said, Vergil's in limbo land right now, right?
He is.
That lawsuit screwed him over. Like it didn't benefit him at all. It didn't benefit him at all, bro. Like it just put him in an awkward position, right? Because Boots went out there and beat Xander. He got a belt. Now he's a champion at 54. Virgil's the interim, so technically he should be fighting Fundora, right? But they just resolved the issue a little too late. Right when they resolved the issue, they already had announced Ventura's fighting his mandatory.
Which is
And
fine because so I had the opportunity to go by Robert Garcia's gym and talk to him, and I think what is going to probably end up happening is one of two things: is they'll fight Fundora after this fight because we all expect Fundora to win,
yeah,
and and him and Boots might meet for a unification. Or which at that point I think it would end up being undisputed if Boots ends up winning the fight that he's trying to make right now.
yeah.
Um,
The thing too is with that is like,
or Right.
That's
Or they might end up meeting at 160
yeah,
because he was talking Vergil can't stay at 154 for too much longer. So he's probably gonna go to 160. Then that makes things a lot more interesting because there's some guys at 160.
yeah. No, there is. There's guys at 160, but also, yeah, I think 160 is probably going to be more likely. It just depends how the negotiation go with Fundora, because look at if Boots beats Josh Kelly, most likely he will.
Yeah.
Now he's unified, right? He has 3 bouts.
Yeah.
He has three bouts at 54. Fundora beats his mandatory. Boots is gonna go and try to get that undisputed.
Right.
So, and that's literally like Fundora's gonna be fighting soon. If they lock that Josh Kelly deal in soon, he could be fighting at the end of the year probably, or maybe beginning of next year. You got to see how that goes. Like if that fight's soon, if if Josh Kelly versus Boots is soon, and they finish that fight, they can start negotiations with Fundora to unify. So that leaves Boots like I'm saying he's in limbo. He's like, what do I do? Instead of trying to
Go
wait
up to
around,
160 and get a belt.
yeah. Instead of trying to wait around and try to figure it out, like just go to 160 and get. That's why I said it's more likely for him to go to 160 because it's time. It's time.
It's
Like
time.
it's
And,
time
and that's
to
what
get a
Robert
belt.
alluded to. He said they're
Yeah,
probably not going to meet until they both end up at 160. Because once Boots gets undisputed, if he does, right,
yeah,
it's kind of like, where's he going to go from there?
yeah.
You
You have to
know,
move up.
where's he going to go from there? So so then it's time to move up and try and
Yeah,
become, take on another division and become
yeah,
undisputed at another division, right? Because the one thing that his camp has been talking about and is Boots is also about legacy,
yeah,
right? Because the funny thing about it is if you really got it and you go after the legacy, the
yeah.
money comes with it,
Yes.
right? So some people chase the money and really lose out on legacy, and it ends up hurting them in the end sometimes.
Yeah.
More so than someone who goes for legacy because there's a certain level of an admiration that the public sees from that,
For sure.
which will always get you paid because they will come to see you fight because they know the kind of fighter that you are and what you'll be doing.
Yeah.
And so, Boots, he's going for the legacy.
For
He
sure.
wants the money. Don't get it twisted. He
Yeah, but
wants
the
the
money
money, but
comes.
he's going for the legacy.
Yeah, but if you put on performance like he did against Xander, if you put on those type of performance and you go and you fight the people that you're supposed to fight, and you do and you have good performances, win or lose, that money's gonna come. Like that money will come. And to go and piggyback off of Dom, it says after Fedora's mandatory, they should mandate the Vergil fight immediately. Yeah, I agree with that. And my question to you is, do you think that Vergil deserves Fundora before Boots?
Virgil deserves Fedor before Boots. No, because Boots got a belt. And I think
Virgil's the interim, the WBC interim. So he's technically like he should be next in line. And that fight probably would have already happened if he wasn't going through that lawsuit.
then this is how you do it. Fedor fights is mandatory. We get Boots, Josh Kelly. We all are pretty much under the agreement. Boots
Yeah,
probably beats Josh Kelly.
for sure.
Okay. As long as Fedor wins, then because he's the interim, you get Vergil and Boots, and the winner of that one gets the opportunity to fight Fedor for undisputed.
Nah. Nah. I want to see I want Virgil for Virgil. I would rather see Boots versus Virgil for undisputed. I feel like that's bigger. Like Virgil fights Fundora. If Virgil beats Fundora, like that's gonna
See, I don't know if
Matt.
Vergil beats Fedor though. I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't know if
Yeah,
none of these dudes beat Fedor.
No, I get you.
That,
Like I'm right
and
there.
that's why I'm like, if you really want that fight, we got to go this first, and then
Yeah,
because I feel like Fundora's the prize. He's the
yeah,
dragon,
okay, yeah. But
right? Like that's the big bad at the end,
yeah,
right? Because if anybody goes up against Fundora, it's a high likelihood you get knocked down.
yeah. But also
He's looking that
it
good
makes
right
that
now.
either way it makes that fight with Boots for undisputed bigger. Either way. So if Virgil goes and beats Fundora, now he has the belt. He goes and fights Boots. Now it's for undisputed. Virgil just beat Fundora, the man that at 54. That
I
fight's bigger.
I don't
If
disagree with you.
if
I
Fundora
don't
beats
disagree with you.
if Fundora
I'm
beats
just
Virgil,
afraid. I'm just afraid that Fundora shows up and Virgil loses. So
that's
then we gotta
fine.
wait even more for the fight. And then now Boots has more of an excuse to continue to not fight him.
That's fine. Like I would rather see that happen than like for me. I would rather see that. I want to see Virgil as a champion. I think that's my biggest take out
But
of
he
everything.
would be a champion if he beats Boots. He'll take
Yeah,
all of his belts.
yeah.
So then he
I
goes
get
on and
it.
fights Fundora for undisputed. But we
Yeah,
still got a championship fight because to
for
your
sure.
point, you said he's the interim. Okay,
Yeah.
so technically, there's a championship on the line.
Yeah, no, there is because that's pretty much what's going on with David Benavidez and the interim, the WBC interim. They're fighting. It'll be for the interim WBC, but also for David's belts as well. So it's like kind of the same
Right.
thing. No,
So
I get it. I get it. I
so
get
then
it. I
Boots
just
becomes interim, and you fight Fundora for the or Virgil becomes interim with all the Boots belts,
yeah,
and
but
then you
you
fight Fundora for undisputed.
the only thing is like you would have to wait longer for Virgil and Boots because if Josh Kelly that's gonna happen later on this year, they
But that's
fight. Then you get,
fine though. Let Virgil get a fight in there. He don't need a tune-up fight, but give him a fight, right?
yeah, but what I'm hearing is like I don't know if they don't want a tune fight. They want to go straight into a fight, and that's
Cool.
why.
Well, cool. Then you just gotta wait.
Yeah, and that's why the Fundora fight would be the soonest fight to make because he had his fights soon coming up soon. Also, what I'm hearing though too is might have trouble making 154 now because of the time off.
So
So
then it
that's
goes back to cool. I'm a sit out 154. 154 is a wrap. I'm gonna
yeah,
come up to 160.
yeah,
And guess what? I'm gonna go terrorize the 160 division because eventually y'all ain't gonna have nowhere to go but
yeah,
to 160, and you gotta come see me.
yeah,
And when you come see me, I'm gonna have all the fucking hardware, and we gonna get this money, and we gonna really see. But now, because now I've been in the division, I've
yeah,
been at 160. I know how it is. I know how it feels. I know what I'm doing.
yeah.
These are some very interesting pathways we've got in front of us right now.
No, for sure. But yeah, but I think that's why I keep saying 160 is the most likely path because what I'm hearing from people close is that Boots, Virgil is probably not going to be able to make 154 anymore. And so
I'm
160,
hearing the same things. I'm hearing the same
160,
things.
yeah, 160 is where he's going to go.
160 is probably where we go. If he doesn't,
Yeah.
you're
It's
absolutely right. My sources are telling me if he doesn't get a fight at 154
for a belt.
by the end of this year,
Yeah.
154 is probably a wrap. He's going to 160.
Yeah. And it has to be for a belt at 154 and it has to be this year. If not, then he's going to 160 for sure.
So
And that's what it is, 160 because we've know Virgil's had health issues, right, in the past. And that's the reason why wasn't able to make weight at 47. He had like gut issues and like stuff with his gut, and so that's why he moved up to 54. And he's been off for a while now, going through it's like a year, right?
yeah,
Going through this
I,
thing, and
I'll
so
tell
who
you this
knows?
much. I'll tell you this. It's not a matter of this fight won't happen, right?
Yeah,
And so let me pose this question. Do you care if the fight happens at 154 or 160, or do you just care that the fight happens?
yeah. I just want we want the fight to happen. I want the fight.
Cool.
I care. I want the fight to happen, but I want them to be
Do you
champions.
care what division though?
No, as long as they're champions and they fight each
Cool.
other.
So then the most likelihood then is
Yeah,
we got to be patient, and it has to
true.
happen at 160,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Because if you, to what you said, if you want him to be a champion, well, guess
Yeah.
what? Boots, Josh Kelly, and Fedora all got the belts.
Yep.
So he's got to fight one of them. But guess what? He don't have no belt. So they don't really got to fight him if all of them want to be undisputed. They're going to look at each other.
Yeah.
So his pathway is, okay, cool. It's hard for me to rank 154 anyway. I'm
Hmm.
going to go up to 160. I'm going to go beat some people ass at 160. I'm going to go take somebody's belt at 160. Because guess
Yeah.
what? It's going to become hard for them to make 154 eventually too.
Yeah. For sure.
So guess, and you're going to want to come and I want to be a world champ. Guess what? I'm the world champion 160. Now you got to
Let's
see
go.
me.
Let's run it. You see,
Let's run it.
no fighting interim stat. Well, I'm gonna go back a little bit. It says no because Boots has the belt, but technically Virgil should be next. WBC interim, like you said, yeah. This is all Dom. No fighting interim champ instead of the full champ is silly. Virgil has been interim for 2 years. Now this fight needs to happen. No, I agree with you. That's fine if Fedora wins because, all right, so he's talking about when I'm saying that the Virgil Fundora should go first before he fights Boots. He's saying that's fine if Fundora wins because that tells us Fundora is the fight we needed to see for Boots all along, right? It's gonna prove like,
But that's what I'm saying, right?
yeah,
But that's what I'm saying. Like, he does not have to fight Virgil
no,
in
he,
order to get the fight with Boots.
yeah,
He
no, he
has a
doesn't,
belt now.
yeah,
So that doesn't matter. When you hold the gold, you dictate what goes on.
for sure,
Fedora has gold. Boots has gold. Josh Kelly
yeah,
has gold. None of them have to fight Virgil. They can fight, and they want to fight
well,
each other.
yeah, I get what you're saying, but Fundora's not fighting nobody with a belt right now. He's fighting a mandatory that we don't,
Because, well, again, you alluded to it earlier, though, because Virgil had his little court problems
yeah,
with Golden Boy. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, no, yeah,
He
I hear
he
you.
wanted to go fight in the courtroom and not in the ring.
No, I get you.
So I'm not blaming him because we all know, if we know the story, like
Yeah,
he was given some very bad advice and had some bad people around him. He got them up
yeah,
out his corner, so to speak, pun intended. And so now we know it's like, oh, okay, cool, but those other people didn't have to wait around for for all of that to happen. They still
yeah,
got to fight and live their lives and do what they got to do. And this is how it all ended up playing out.
for sure. Yeah, no, I get it. I'm with you. And then was it Dom saying after Fundora fights mandatory, Virgil should get it one, give it one last shot to get that fight. If it doesn't happen, go fight a champ at 160. Dom saying, yeah, I want them both to be champions too, Mike. So yeah, yeah, no,
So the
like I
only way
think
for that to happen
is at 160.
is at 160.
That
And
yeah,
that's if Virgil don't go up there and do damage and become undisputed before all of them move up to 160.
yeah, but
But
if
like I was saying earlier, it's some guys up at 160.
yes, no, there
Amari
is.
Jones is up there.
Amari
Like,
Jones, Amari Jones is at 160. Jesus Ramos Jr. is at 160.
yep.
Carlos Adames is at
Carlos
160.
Adames is at 160. So
He's a champion. He's a champion at 160.
yeah, like just because they moving up don't mean like it's not
So,
some guys up there that is
I
gonna
got a
be able
question.
to
I got a
put some
question. I got a
paws on them
question.
too.
Yeah, I got a question for you. I know your man's is your man's is Amari Jones,
Yep.
and so after McKinnon won, right? After Zuffa, he won. McKinnon won the IBF at 160, right? Oscar De La Hoya was all in the chat, commenting on everything, saying that Amari Jones is next for McKenna. If Virgil goes to 160, does Amari Jones get put to the side and Virgil get pushed for the McKenna fight, or does he get pushed for a Lara fight, or an Adamas fight, or like, how do you see that going?
No, I think the Amari Jones and McKenna fight makes more sense than McKenna and Virgil.
Why?
Amari Jones has been up there. And
Hmm.
he already fought for the eliminator. So, and we've already seen Golden Boy and Zuffa
Yeah,
have a, frenemy relationship.
yeah, yeah,
So, and I think a fight between Amari Jones, possibly with a belt, and Virgil is a bigger fight.
Later, like down the road. Yeah, I see it
Yeah,
down the road.
yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to get your take.
Hmm.
Can can Christian and Billy actually beat Canelo?
No. I mean, yeah, it's boxing. It's boxing. It's boxing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just take a punch, right? But no, no.
Are like, do you think like fans are just automatically picking Canelo because of name rather than like the fighter he is right now, or do you feel like you still think that Canelo is going to be Canelo in that fight?
I think Canelo's still going to be Canelo in that fight. I think Canelo was Canelo in the Terrence Crawford fight.
Mm, I think he
Canelo
was.
was Canelo in the Terrence Crawford fight.
Yeah.
What you saw in that fight is exactly what you saw when Canelo fought Floyd Mayweather.
Mm,
Canelo
I think.
is one, maybe two
Yeah.
dimensional at best. I'm gonna let that ride for a second.
No, because like there was a moment in time where Canelo was considered one of the best defensive fighters. If you look at the Johnny Jacobs fight, the head movement, like he hasn't had that head movement in the last couple fights, and that's because so that's why I say I wouldn't like prime Canelo had head movement, like he was in the Matrix. After that Mayweather fight, he was in the Matrix there's a select few of fights, right? He was in the Matrix, head movement and all that. We in his last couple fights, he hasn't had that, right? Like what?
Also, too, if you go watch the last couple, he hasn't really necessarily had to because of the way he fights.
Well, he's changed the way his style. Like I feel like he became a more 1-2. He wasn't. He's not. He hasn't been throwing as much combinations. He
Canelo
there
has become one dimensional two
he,
at best.
he has became. He wasn't before. So that's why I'm saying when you say he
But
looked,
but
he
Canelo's
didn't
kind
look
of
like.
always been one dimensional two at best. Now, of course, with age, we slow down a little
Yeah.
bit. We all get that. I understand that, right? I'll concede that point to you. But what I'm saying is the
Yeah.
style and type of fighter that Bud Crawford is,
Mm-hmm.
right,
Yeah.
is very reminiscent of the style and type of fighter Floyd Mayweather is. And it's hard pressed to see another fighter Canelo has fought
Yeah.
with that style other than those two.
Yeah.
When he fought another elite fighter in Triple G, we saw how all of that went down.
Yeah.
Right? We got a fantastic trilogy out of it.
For sure.
But Canelo will never be able to beat a fighter like a Floyd or a Bud. Their
Yeah.
styles do
The
not
style.
match with his.
Yeah.
That is trouble for him.
For sure. Yeah. Cause his feet, like he don't. It's his feet, right? And but he wasn't. He's not moving the same either. Like, yeah, he's never really had feet, but he wasn't moving the head. So that's why I say like he wasn't really himself in that way. Is it age? Is it
Well, if I
miles? Is it?
de-age them both to their prime, I think the outcome of the fight is the same and maybe even worse for Canelo.
I wouldn't say it's worse. I wouldn't say outcome's the same, but worse. No, because I feel like it will be more competitive. I feel like if we get that say the same fighter that fought Danny Jacobs with that head movement, like go like that's crazy. That's a more competitive fight with the Bud because Canelo has way more miles on him. Way more. They're around the same age, right? But Canelo
Yeah.
way more miles. He's a lot older in
That's
boxing.
not Bud's fault. Bud got froze out
No.
a lot
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying like
because
it's
people wouldn't fight him.
I'm not saying this is fault. I'm just saying like the age, they're the same age on the birth certificate or close to the same age on birth certificate. But
Yeah.
in boxing, Canelo's way older.
Yeah, he's
and
been fighting for longer. I give you that. That's
yeah, so
why I
that's
say if we put them both at their primes, the
yeah.
outcome's still the same.
Outcome's still the same, but it's a way more competitive fight.
I I don't think it's more competitive. I think we see what we saw with Floyd Mayweather.
Mm, I don't. No, because I feel like he learned from that fight, right? And he got back. And you're gonna see when he
I'm
was
not
going
saying he didn't
through
learn from that fight, but what I'm saying is like
the power is gonna be way
so is
stronger.
Buds, so
The
is
head
Buds,
movement,
so is Buds.
yeah, yeah. K- Bud's been dropped before. Canelo's never been dropped. So that's what I'm saying. So I feel Bud still wins, but I feel like it will be a way more competitive fight. If they fought at a 54, Canelo at 54, Canelo like
Bud at
at
54.
160. I know Bud only had one fight at 154, and, and that fight was
Because people wouldn't fight him. We forget Bud was avoided. People would not fight Bud.
he said Remy ROS said salute. He said Caleb Plant fought like Floyd and Bud. Caleb Plant's a more defensive fighter, yes.
Yeah,
He's a more in that way, yeah. He's a more and Caleb Plant was winning the first half of the fight
against
until
Benavidez. Yeah,
no against Canelo.
against Canelo. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
again,
I just rewatched the Caleb Plant Benavidez fight, and I was just like,
oh,
dang, if he could have kept that up all 12 rounds,
yeah, it's the pay. Yeah, but Canelo's power at that point. He was like in his peak. He was going through collecting,
yeah.
and so I feel that's what I'm saying. It's a more it'll be a more competitive fight because like.
Thanks, Dom. But was ducked.
Yeah, I'm not saying he
Yeah.
wasn't. I'm just saying like I'm just giving you C- Canelo's age right, and so that's what I see.
But
And
Bud is age too, though.
God has an age, bro. Like
But I get what you're saying. I understand. He had more fights. You know,
yeah,
there's age and attrition.
yeah, and like
So his
that,
attrition was
and you
higher.
see it, and you see it, and you see it. His last. I'm not just talking. I'm not just talking about the Crawford fight. I'm talking about when he fought even Munguia, right? Like he didn't. He wasn't the same. He's not the same Canelo in the Munguia fight. The
Well, let
Canelo
me
that
ask you a question then. Does he beat Billy?
he does because
Okay.
and Billy is gonna be right. If you watch the Lester Martinez and Billy fight, those fools did not move at all. Those fools were sock 'em, rock 'em robots. And if he's gonna come out and he's gonna fight Canelo that way, Canelo's gonna break him down like that. You're talking about a fighter that's gonna stay right there in front of you.
Yeah.
Canelo's gonna go for the shoulders. He's gonna go for the arms. He's gonna go to the body. He's gonna break him down.
Look, this is a fight tailor made for Canelo. Get him a
Yeah.
belt. Get him back on the scene. I think. I think what we're seeing is the last 3 to 4 fights, 5 tops of Canelo's career.
Five? That's crazy. I say 3 to 4. 4 is pushing it. I say
I know.
three.
I said tops, 5 tops, right? You're
Yeah.
like, I don't think it'll get to 5, but I can see a pathway in some scenarios,
Mhm.
um, where he might do some things, especially if some other fights go pretty quickly, and he
Yeah.
doesn't take too much damage in them, right?
Yeah.
But because it's kind of like, okay, well, what are the big name fights to make? And you can see maybe some passing of the torch fights later on down the line. But
Well,
one
yeah,
fight
because
we will never see is Canelo
he's
Benavidez.
he's building Mongia. Like Mongia is gonna.
Yeah,
He's building Mongia up to take over, and
and he
so
might give Mogia one more fight and have a rematch. Who knows?
yeah.
Who
I don't see
knows?
that happening. I think they're like a team now, and I don't know. I don't see him fighting him again. I don't. I don't. If
If
that
Bud
comes up,
if Bud come out of retirement, we might get that fight.
yeah, we might get that fight. And we seen Bud training again, so
I think Bud just tired of being around these fighters and
yeah,
not being get that itch.
Are we? Are we?
get in the gym and then
Yeah. Are we gonna witness women's boxing history tomorrow?
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. This was tailor made for that. That's why it's on TikTok.
Yeah. Remy in the chat. He says Canelo was stalking, sad cutting the ring off against Plant, but I'm not sure if Canelo beats Mbili convincingly.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see. I think Mbili is tailor made for Canelo style. Like, is we just got to see like the age, right? Like, is he gonna? I know power is the last thing to leave, but Canelo's never been like a knockout guy. Like he's one of those guys that hits hard, and it's accumulation of punches, right? It's accumulation of punches. Um, so we'll see, and then I think that's gonna be perfect for Canelo. Is like if Mbili comes and fights the same way he fought Lester Martinez, like I think he can. I think Canelo can potentially get Mbili out of there
Yeah.
if he stays in front of him. Like if him and Lester, if he fought, if it's exactly the same fight as Lester Martinez versus Mbili, if they fight the same fucking way, like I see Canelo pulling him out
Yeah.
eventually, hurting him. The body shots, the
I think Canelo still has a little bit of his power left.
yeah.
So like, if he catches a couple people, again, this is a fight tailor made for him. So it's kind of like I'm not excited for it, but of course I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Of course I'm gonna do. It's Canelo, you
Yeah.
know.
Because honestly,
Like,
the Lester Martinez and Mbili fight, like it didn't, like it was a good fight, right? Like entertaining.
yeah,
They were like it was nonstop, but I didn't see anything in that fight that's gonna make me be like, oh, like damn, he's gonna give Canelo trouble. He might. He's young. So if he can take Canelo's shots, then yeah, then like I can see it going the distance. Uh, do they edge it to Canelo? If it's a close fight like it was, I think they're gonna edge
ooh,
it to Canelo.
maybe we get Canelo and Boo Boo Andrade.
I don't know. Who wants to see that fight?
I do.
You really want to see that fight?
Yeah. Can-
Come on,
Yeah. Hey, he looked good in his little comeback fight. Knocked dude out.
come on now. Don't. Are you being for real?
Slightly for real.
It's like, are you
Slightly for
trolling?
real.
You
Like,
trolling
like
me?
I wouldn't like if the fight got made, I wouldn't be mad at it, right? Because Boo Boo
Yeah,
has been calling Canelo out for years, right?
yeah,
And his only loss is to David Benavidez,
yeah.
right? And they fought each other because Canelo wouldn't fight either one of them, so they
Yeah.
made that fight, right? And we just see that Benavidez is on a whole nother level.
Well, and also is Andrade. That was Andrade's first fight at 168, bro. Like he
See,
was
Dom, thank you. Boo needs a fight against someone in his weight class.
in his
Yeah.
weight class 160. He's a 160 fighter. He ain't no 168 fighter. His
He can move up.
his,
He can put
his
on
first
8 pounds.
his first fight at 168 was against Benavidez. Before his last fight, before Benavidez was at 160. So he moved up to
What?
fight.
He moved
He
up to
moved
fight.
up.
He moved up to fight him.
Yeah. So it's like you're calling out Canelo and Canelo, but you never fought at 168, and then your first fight was at Benavidez against the fucking giant. Like I felt bad for Andrade the one time he got his shot
Yeah.
against a level fighter. It was against someone way big for him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
But
you're talking
Canelo,
about Benavidez.
but Canelo, he could fight Canelo at that weight though. Like Canelo made a very good point. David Benavidez is been this big dude fighting at a lower class for a very long time,
Yeah.
right? He naturally, and you could see that again in his last fight. He's naturally probably a cruiserweight, close to heavyweight,
Yeah. So
naturally.
so
So
you bring that up. So my response, right? My devil's advocate, right? Playing the is he also fought Callum Smith. Callum Smith is at 175 now. He was supposed to fight Benavidez. Or no, Callum Smith is at cruiserweight, you know?
oh, I gotta look that one up.
Where's well, because I know Callum Smith was supposed to fight. No, he's at light heavyweight. He's 175. Callum Smith was supposed to fight David Morrell at 175. So you know, like, he beat Callum Smith, and Callum Smith fights at 175 now too. So it's like you can say these things, but you fought JoJo Saunders, which is a big dude. Callum Smith is a big guy. These guys could have been fighting, supposed to be fighting at light heavyweight, 175, not 168.
Hey, Remy, I'm not mad at that one.
Andrade's against Munguia, Canelo's prodigy. How about you guys? Just thinking of the fight. Yeah, it would be cool if it was like a couple of years ago. Yeah, see, Callum Smith 175, interim champ. Yeah, it would that fight would be cool a couple of years ago. But Andrade hasn't been active in so long. He just had a recent comeback fight, and it was against. Let's see him fight like one or two more fights and stay consistent, and then fight a Munguia. But Munguia, there's bigger fights for him than Andrade.
That's true. But I'm answering the question honestly. I wouldn't mind seeing it.
Yeah, it's cool. Payday. Andrade is just looking for the payday. Oh man, what else? What do we got?
They're showing a lot of these weigh-ins.
To the Filipino delegate.
We got Inoue and Bam. Let me see. I got a message.
And Bam.
I got a message. I got a message the other day. Let's see.
I was gonna say I just had a conversation.
Yeah. So if my info is right, if we're right.
Wait, you give your info first, and then I give you mine.
Plans are underway for the Mizuho Payday Dome in Fukuoka to host the potential Inoue versus Bam Rodriguez fight in February 2027, with an aim to break the all-time Japanese boxing attendance record. It'll be at the Tokyo Dome if it's pushed back to March. So either at the Payday Dome in over there with Inoue in February, but if it gets pushed to March, it'll be at the Tokyo Dome, and it's expected to break the Japanese boxing attendance record.
So do we need our passports ready?
I got a passport ready, dog.
My passport stay ready.
Yeah,
so I'm just saying.
I'm ready, dog. I'm ready.
Look.
Dom said Bam's stalling.
Bam's not stalling.
Bam is not stalling.
So let me add in some context.
He has to get up there. He has to put on that weight. Okay, go ahead. What
he didn't tell him he had until March. In fact, according to my sources, they haven't even heard from Inoue.
Yeah.
They have not heard from Inoue. His camp has not reached out. No one's talked to Eddie Hearn. No one's talked to Robert Garcia. They have not said, hey, let's make this happen. They've said, yo, we want to do this. Bam's camp, Inoue's camp, crickets. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But if he's just getting that's why I said let me start with his.
Yeah, I just got this.
His is more recent than mine.
Yesterday. Yeah, I got this
yesterday. So now I'm gonna go back and be like, hey, I heard this was good. Yeah. And then we'll let y'all know what's good.
Yeah, I got this message yesterday, so we'll see what's going on. Remy, Bam is young, strong, and skilled, but I don't know about 122 yet. Yeah, and that's why they say, that's why I think Dom's saying that Bam is stalling. But no, he's not stalling. He needs to put on the proper weight. He's not a big dude. Like right. He needs to get there, and that's why he's at 118 right now. He just got a bout. He might do one more fight at 118 before going up. Hopefully we get that soon, or they do the fight in February, which it gives him from now, or he's probably ready training and putting on this weight. And if they do make that in February, like I think that's the time. So Ring Magazine is lying. What's the Ring Magazine? Ring Magazine saying he did. I'm glad Inoue told them. Man, who says who's the Ring? Mike Coppinger? I don't know if I believe a lot of his sources.
Yeah, the Ring don't always get it right. I'm just gonna.
What's that? Inoue said that.
No, and we be in the streets.
Yeah, no,
Ring don't be in the streets like we be in the streets.
Yeah, I saw the Ring post that they said he has until March, or he's moving up to 126. I saw that, but from what I'm hearing, like it's gonna happen in February. If it does get pushed to March, then it's gonna be at the Tokyo Dome. And then the last time, my man Ken said that he's heard that Inoue has not reached out to them at all. So we'll see. I don't know if Mike is the one that. The only Mike is Mike Theory. For like, we don't talk about the other Mike.
Hey, look. Facts. The only Mike we acknowledge is Theory.
Yeah.
Remember that.
I know. I get it. I seen they post. I saw the post, but I'm just telling you from my sources what I'm hearing. And yeah, but yeah, I want that fight to happen. I feel honestly, if both these fools were fighting at 47, 54, this would be the biggest fight in boxing, like hands
Yeah,
down.
hands down.
You got the number one, number two pound per pound fighter against the what's banned number four.
Yeah.
So like the two fighters in the top five pound for pound list fighting each other. That's a huge fight. And I don't know. I think Bam, if he puts on the weight right, does everything right, I think he can do it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tough because Inoue got that power and right he got the power, but
I'll just say this. How you put on weight is just important for fighters is how they cut weight.
yeah, it,
So it's not as simple as just eat more and blah
no,
blah blah
no,
blah. No, if I've never been that big, my body has to get used to carrying that extra weight.
you
I
gotta
gotta
put
learn how
on
to move with that extra weight.
you
I
gotta
gotta
put
know
on
how it
lean muscle mass.
absorbs, how I dispatch that power with it. All of those different things go into play.
Yeah, they have to put on lean muscle mass. That's the proper like you
Yeah,
have to put on the lean. You gotta put it on slowly. Let me see. Maybe they're fighting
he
in
did say
March
that.
or
He did
February
say that,
because
Don.
yeah, February because Inoue told them they had to or it wouldn't happen because remember Robert Garcia said after Bam last fight
Let
they
me add
want two
context
more
to that,
fights
right?
before Inoue. Yeah,
Let
go
me
ahead.
add context to that. What Robert actually said was he wanted a couple of fights at that weight class so that he could be used to the weight. So when
Yeah,
he fought Inoue at that weight, he's not learning the things I was just alluding to. He was
yeah,
able to, okay, now that I'm this big, I need to move like this.
yeah,
Now that I'm like, okay, I can throw this punch a little bit more because I have weight behind it now, right? So what Robert was alluding to was he wanted a couple of fights at the weight class to get adjusted to the weight, then have the Inoue fight at that weight class.
yeah. See, speaking about the weight class, how ridiculous is it that Tank called out Bam?
We gonna add Tank to the Shakur list, and you don't get talked about unless you're gonna be active. Tank calling out Bam. He's got new toys, y'all.
That's just ridiculous, dog. I don't want to. I really don't want to talk about that. I just wanted to throw it out there, like
I know.
fucking ridiculous. Calling out, calling out, Bam.
Tank
Like
saying that to save face. He was really calling the dude out. He didn't know what was going on.
you just saying it just to say it, man.
I
What
was in
else?
my feelings. That's all love. Tank need to be in somebody's ring and in the gym and signing contracts. Again, he's on the Shakur list. We only talk about active fighters for right now.
Yeah. Man. Chat. You got any questions for us?
Yeah, because my lady friend texted me. I'm ready. We stepping out. It's going
Did,
up on
did,
the third. Is it Wednesday, Thursday? Thursday. Yeah, we
Third-
go.
yeah.
It's going up on a Thursday.
Man. What else? What else? I got one. We'll do a closing thing. If you can force one fight to happen next, what are you making?
Um, that's a great question. I think I'm making Devin Haney Shakur. And I say that because I think those are
You said Haney versus who?
Shakur.
Haney. Okay.
I'm seeing, and even Bill was like, I gotta stop posting his
Yeah.
his gym photos and videos.
Yeah.
'Cause that boy looking like a beast right now, right? And
Ryan Devin.
I think Haney is in the same mindset that I saw from Tio earlier today. And I know it's not on his record, but
Yeah.
what happened with him with Ryan woke something up, or was like, yo. So then we saw what we did against Brian Norman Jr., right?
Well.
And I think Debo now, that's why he put out his hit list, right? And was
Mhm.
oddly enough, Tio's on that hit list.
Yeah.
So if Tio beats Rolly, I would love to see Tio Haney too. But the fight
Yeah.
that I would make to answer your question would be
Mm.
Shakur and Haney, because I want to see that fight. I want to see if Debo can really put pause onto Shakur, and if Shakur can really handle a fighter like a Devin Haney.
Yeah. Okay. Dom said that Ryan and Devin would be the fight.
I'm
Unfinished
not mad at
business.
that either.
I'm not mad at that. For me, it would be David Benavidez versus Bevel. That's the fight I would force to make.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
That's a
because
good one.
they're supposed
Hold
to
on, I
fight.
don't have your toys. I don't have
Yeah.
your toys. Wait a minute. That's a good one. I
Do
like
I need to
that.
hit it? I need to hit it. Benavidez versus Bevel.
There we go. I like that one.
Powered
That's a
by
good one.
Riverside FM.
Oh, no, this one. Yeah, I would say because I feel like they were supposed to fight, right? But Benavidez moved up because
Yeah.
people were taking time off, and yeah, that's if I had a force, I would force that fight. I would want to see that. And then I feel like that fight is good for David Benavidez because he's been calling out Canelo for so long. You won't fight one of the guys that beat him. You fight the Bivol fight, and Bivol is a very technical fighter. He's very good. That's a fight that I would want to
And
see.
he
I would force,
moves.
and he moves.
He moves.
Moves, got a jab, got
He
like
moves.
yeah,
Again, kind of a guy that moves is kind of a kryptonite for the Canelos and I can see a guy like that possibly beating a Benavidez. Because we saw again,
yeah,
if Caleb Plant can hold up
yeah,
for 6 more rounds doing the same thing he did the first 6 rounds,
yeah.
completely different fight,
Oh, completely.
right?
Yeah.
So you kind of see, oh,
Mm-hmm.
and we've seen it before too. But what happens? Guys gas out.
Yes, sir. Because of the weight, because of the weight,
Yeah.
because of the pressure. Like he's a
Yeah.
big dude, and he's pressuring you in the clinch.
Yeah.
He's putting his body weight on you. He's making you fight, and so that kind of wears on you, right? And eventually, it's like,
Boom.
oh,
There you
this is a
go.
big dude, yeah. And then before we head out of here, Dom said, "Is Zuffa ever gonna have other champs at other weight classes?" I don't. I maybe, but I think right now they're working within the ecosystem. Like they're working in it, right? They just had the IBF headline Zuffa 10. McKenna won the IBF. Now they're doing they're gonna have the Ryan Garcia versus Conor Ben WBC. Opatai is the co-main event, the WBC bout. As of right now, it's on the line still with the Ring Magazine bout on the line. Um, so yeah, I say yeah, but I say eventually. I don't think it's a rush. Like I think they jumped the gun when they gave the Zuffa bout to Opataya. And I feel like it's a learning lesson because everything that happened with IBF. But you're bringing in a actual champion. I think it was like a big signing at that moment, and that's why they haven't done it with Shakur because I don't know what they're doing with Shakur yet. But yeah, I say yeah, but I say eventually. And then what's the next? Do you guys think 2022 Benavidez versus Canelo Benavidez wins? I didn't think so back then. Back then at 2022, I don't think so because if you look like what he did to Saunders, what he did to Kellen Smith, those are big dudes too, right?
Big dudes. Yeah.
Big dudes. But it because we're seeing Benavidez right now. We're seeing the speed of Benavidez. And he's always had that speed, but I feel like he's a lot more mature now. He's a lot more focused on training. So I think Benavidez has gotten better since that moment. So what we're seeing now is I don't think that's the same Benavidez that we saw in 2022. And I think Canelo was a lot better at 2022 than he is now.
Yeah.
So at 2022, I would still favor Canelo at that time and that time period, but yeah, I don't know. And then Ken, is that you, Ken, in the
Yeah.
chat?
I was
Oh,
letting
okay.
Remy know. I was letting Remy know we both picked T.O. He's like, I'm
Oh
sure.
yeah,
Yeah, that we started off with that. We both, and it was by
oh yeah,
decision. We both got a unanimous decision
yeah,
for T.O.
yeah. I got Teofimo unanimous decision, and I'm saying 116, 112. That's what I said. Yeah. Shoot. That's it, man.
All right.
We'll be back live next week, next Thursday, same time, Thursday nights, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Appreciate y'all in the chat. Like, subscribe, comment, and we out. Hey, also in the description below, I am down. I'm at 204 today, so I'm down a couple.
204.
Down 2 more pounds. Been going crazy, but shout out to our sponsor, First Form. Links in the description. What I'm taking right now is called Microfractor. It's like it's a multivitamin on steroids. It's man, it has every vitamin, it has probiotics, prebiotics, and I've been taking it every morning, and it's amazing. It makes me feel good. It's like it doesn't curb my appetite. It's not one of those, but I'm using the restroom regularly. It keeps
He's
me.
making it regular.
Yeah, right. I'm on that regular schedule. It keeps me going, and then when I take it, just makes me feel good. I'm taking that from First Form. I'm taking creatine from them, and I'm taking their collagen, which is delicious, and I'm also taking magnesium. Their magnesium is dope. I take it at night. Their magnesium is different because it has magnesium glycate. It's not just a magnesium glycate. It's all the magnesiums. So you're getting everything in one. It's all powder form too. So you're not having to take a bunch of pills, fucking up your liver. So it's all powder. Put a scoop in some water, shake it up and drink it. Fire.
Boom. There you go.
Check the link out. First Form. Links in the description. Also, if you guys don't have a DAZN account, yeah, if you guys are gonna do the fight, the links in the description. I don't know if it's in the description. I'll put it in the description. But check the link out and then sign up using the code MikeTheory20. You'll get 20% off if you are if you're a new subscriber to DAZN. 20% off for the fight this weekend. Shit, can't beat it.
Can't beat it. Ultimate package. Make sure you get the ultimate package.
Ultimate package, Mike Theory 20% off. And I appreciate y'all. Ken, I'll see y'all. I'm not going to see y'all this weekend in the fights. I'm going to be at Amanda at the Toronto fight on Friday, and then Ken's going to be at the Teofimo and Rolly fight on Saturday. So if you're at either one of those fights, say what's up.
There you go.